I don't wanna feel this way, but it's not that easy. You're complicating things for me. No, it's not that easy. Maybe just a little time can heal me, but it doesn't feel the way. What are you doing to me? Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. And though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name's Lisa. It's Tom MacDonald Tuesday, which means more reactions to Tom MacDonald music. Today's reaction video is going to be to the official music video for his track Withdrawals. I'm assuming this is going to be kind of addressing his issues that he's had in the past, kind of an ongoing issue really, obviously, which he completely admits to, he's been completely honest about, with alcohol and substance abuse and things like that. And he's been brutally honest about this in the past. So really looking forward to getting into this one and seeing what he has to say about everything. So without further ado, let's get into this one and see what Tom has for us. Here we go.
The doctor said to talk to him if I wanted to get off my meds, but I never called his office and poured the bottle in the garbage can. I'm stuck in this apartment and I'm anxious like the cops are here. I tried to call like all my friends, none of them are answering. Is this the moment where I can't control it? Got no appetite, I guess the party's over. I can't sleep at night and I keep rolling over, cause my skin is itchy and the paranoia got me worried sick and it is so annoying. I've been throwing up, it looked like motor oil, but I chose to quit and now I can't avoid it. The right things to do are the hardest choices. Is this the moment when I need a donut?
Wow.
Liver failing from the liquor pouring, while the room is spinning, it ain't vodka soda. What is almost killing me is being sober. Talk about pitfalls, surrounded by brick walls. This is what kids call withdrawal. Deleted every number from my phone.
Wow.
I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. Never cared for therapists. My arrogance embarrassing. It isn't fair to tear with this. Addiction placed my parents in. I'm scared repair will never fix the voluntary negligence, the wear and tear my errors did. They almost had to bury me. Is this the moment where I screw up and relapse? Waste all my money on rehab. Can't take a pill from the doctor to relax. Lash out in anger whenever I react. Feel like a weak man, I don't wanna be that. Living every day to get a buzz on the weekend. I'm in the deep end, fighting with demons. Trying to stay clean, I just really need a reason. My bones are shaking in my hands and feet. I see my rib cage, but I can't eat. I still wake up panicking, so I can't sleep. I just sit in the bathtub and try to breathe. Talk about pitfalls, surrounded by brick walls. This is what kids call withdrawal. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home.
Sorry, I just want to pause it there just to give my first impressions, and also I just want to pause it at least once so that it hopefully doesn't get blocked. Wow, this is ridiculously honest. This is brutally honest. I mean, he, like I say, he has been very, very honest about his addiction to alcohol in the past and the whole partying lifestyle that he used to go down and, you know, sort of take that route, and how he sort of has been addicted to meds and things like that in the past, and he's struggled with anxiety and depression of sorts, and mental health issues and stuff. And props to him, first of all, mad respect to him for being so open and honest and willing to talk about it and to put himself out there for the sake of hopefully helping others. And I'm kind of assuming that that's his goal. By talking about it, it does help others, and obviously it's his way of sort of therapy as well. And I just the way that he's written this is so open and vulnerable, and just at the same time that he's talking about what it feels like to sort of withdraw and to come down from all of that and the whole recovery process. And by talking about what it's like to come out of that and the whole recovery process and the withdrawal process, as horrible as it is, the fact that he's being so honest about it, and he's willing to sort of put it out there that, yes, if you're going through the same struggles as I am, and you want to come off of it, and you want to get yourself right again, and you don't want to be stuck in that prison anymore of, you know, drugs and alcohol and things like that, and, you know, addiction, whatever that may be, it's a rough road ahead. The whole recovery process is not something that happens overnight. There's really awful, horrific side effects to that recovery process, but at the end of the day, it is well worth it, because once you shake it, your life will improve. It is well worth all of this horrible stuff that you will find yourself going through when you get yourself so far into a situation like addiction that he's talking about, that it's then so tough to get out of. And a lot of people, I think, don't appreciate that. A lot of people will say, oh, we'll just stop, you know, it's easy, just make the choice, just stop. But with that decision that you make to stop comes in itself horrible things. You have to face your demons, essentially. You have to be vulnerable. You have to go down all of this, the physical side effects, the mental side effects, the emotional side effects. And the fact that he's willing to be so open about this, you know, it's just, it's incredible. It really is. And I have nothing but mad respect for him just for this alone, let alone, you know, all the other stuff that he's spoken about and all the topics of conversation that he's willing to raise at different times, about different issues with society and the system and everything like that. And I've said, you know, well, it seems like 1,000 times before, I may not agree with him about everything, or I may have slightly differing views and opinions about certain things that he says, but I cannot help but have mad respect for the guy, for everything that he's been through. And regardless of whether some people want to say, oh, well, he put himself in that situation in the first place, you know, it was up to him to kind of like be drinking and having that partying lifestyle and get addicted the way he did. So it's kind of like, you know, what goes around comes around, it's his fault. We should not be thinking about it that way. The fact is, life happens, people go through hard times, and the sad fact is, they do experience addiction, they do experience issues, mental health issues and stuff. And I think I think we as a society should learn to not so much normalize it, but try and understand it, try harder to understand and have a lot more empathy for people that go through this. Some people might be able to get through hard times without alcohol, without drugs, without having to turn to something else, and that's great. That's absolutely fine. If you feel that you are strong enough to do that, then brilliant, props to you for that, mad respect to you for that. But the sad fact is that not everybody finds it that easy. Instead, they find it easier to turn to an external source like alcohol or drugs or whatever other addiction you're talking about as a way of escaping. And it doesn't even necessarily mean that they come from a bad family or a bad home or broken home or, you know, dysfunctional situations. It could just sometimes mean that they're just normal, regular, everyday people who happen to go through, you know, a bad time, or get themselves in with the wrong crowd, or find themselves, you know, in a situation where they think, oh, that's fine, I'll just, you know, try it once, or oh, this is great, you know, I'm having fun at you know, at this point in time. But they don't necessarily think through the consequences of what they're doing. And for some, they can just do it once or twice and it's fine and it's no big deal. But for others, it becomes a real issue. And obviously in his case, that's what he's talking about, is that he got himself into those kind of situations and he's found it tough. It's an ongoing thing, it's a daily thing. When you're an addict, you have to make those conscious decisions and that conscious effort to not turn back to how it once was. And he's never shied away from it. You know, even when people have kind of sort of almost kind of criticised him for it as setting a bad example, talking about it in his songs and almost glorifying it, that's definitely something he's not doing. And certainly not in this song. He's not glorifying it at all. In fact, he's actually laying down the cold hard truth of what it's like when you're so far into an addiction, whatever that may be, that when you make the decision to come out of that and you don't want to do it anymore and you don't want to live that way anymore, the withdrawal and the recovery can be just as brutal, because you're in so deep. The video is just so simply shot, but it is so effective and impactful. Just him, you know, close-ups of him on the camera and just basically pouring his heart out. Just mad props to him for this. Wow, he's really been through it. And yeah, I think there's a lot of people, it's easy for a lot of people to dismiss him and say, oh, well, he likes causing controversy and he's an idiot and he's this and he's that. But I think, you know, those are the people that really don't know where he's come from and what he's been through, and it would explain why he is the way he is. In a sense, it sounds weird to sort of say it, you know, kind of at the expense of somebody's struggles and somebody's pain and hurt, but I love this. The fact that he's done it this way, and he's pouring his heart out and he's opening himself up to be so vulnerable is just amazing. So mad respect to him for that. So anyway, let's carry on and yeah, see what else he has to say.
Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. I've never felt this bad before. I don't know if I'll make it. Don't have the strength to get off the floor right now, but I'm hoping and praying. My whole life I wanted more. This might be the end, but now I've had too much fun. It's over now. I loved what I hated. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. Gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, such a brutally honest track. And like I say, mad props to him for being so open about it. And wow, I mean, I kind of knew, like I say, in previous songs he's talked about the whole addiction process and what he's been through and stuff like that. But to hear it laid out like that in this song, just how brutally honest he was about it is just. It's insane. It really is. And like I say, I have nothing but sympathy and empathy and compassion for him for going through all of that and still struggling with it. Even today, like I say, it's a conscious effort to, you're making the conscious decision to sort of say, I'm not going to go back to that. You know, I am more than that. I am better than that, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to feel that anymore. With it comes the whole issue of, you know, kind of having to recover, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally, you know, having therapy, withdrawal symptoms and things like that. But I believe it's still well worth it. Now, like I say, that I'm somebody who's never actually been through that, so I don't know what the whole withdrawal process is like. Personally, I've never experienced that, thank God, but it sounds brutal, but at the same time, yeah, it's got to be worth it. It really has got to be worth it. It's a decision of whether you want to essentially live or die, whether you want to stick around for the people that love you and the people that don't want to lose you, or you want to leave them and you want to, you know, end your life prematurely, when, you know, you've still got so much to do, and still so much to be grateful for, and so much to look forward to. And he's chosen that path. He's chosen to stick around. He's chosen to stay with the people that love him, that he loves, and he's chosen more for himself. And I would say, like I say, mad respect to him for that. For anybody out there going through that, mad respect to you for it. It's hard. It's a hard decision to make, and that sounds strange because, like I say, you know, a lot of people out there would just be like, well, it shouldn't be a difficult decision, just stop. If you don't want to die, if you don't want to leave people, then just stop. It's not that simple. It obviously isn't that simple for the, you know, for all of those reasons that he's spoken about in this song and in the past about, you know, the withdrawal process and the rehabilitation process. It's hard, and yeah, even more respect to people for choosing to go down that path instead of taking the route of just sticking with what you know, and you know, because you know what to expect, you know how it feels, and yeah, as horrible as that is, you know, it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't. I mean, yeah, I just loved this whole thing. Like I say, it was stripped back. The video itself was stripped back. Lots of close-ups on him pouring his heart out and getting emotional, and love his delivery on it. Another brilliant one shot by Nova, obviously, and wow. So if you enjoyed this too, guys, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with more Tom MacDonald reactions on Tom MacDonald Tuesdays, and reactions to other artists on Thursdays and Sundays. And also be sure to look out for Home Free Fridays coming very, very soon. If you're a Home Free fan and you want to see my reactions to lots of their music, then check that out. Come back for that one every Friday. That will be starting in a couple of weeks as this is going up. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.